One candle can do more than light a room, it can light a heart. Have you ever felt like you're just one small person in a huge, disconnected world? Well, let me tell you a story that might change how you see things. The other night, the entire city went dark, a complete blackout. Streetlights gone, TVs silent, the familiar hum of life just stopped. I was sitting in my apartment, surrounded by an unnerving silence and darkness. At first, it was a little spooky. The city, usually so vibrant and alive, felt like a ghost town. But then, I remembered an old, dusty candle sitting on my shelf. I fumbled around, found some matches, and with a tiny flick, a single flame flickered to life. It was a small light, but in the overwhelming darkness, it felt like a beacon. It cast dancing shadows on the walls and filled my small space with a warm, gentle glow. I looked out my window and saw nothing but an endless sea of black. My neighbors' windows were all dark squares. An idea sparked in my mind. What if they were feeling as alone as I was just a moment ago? Taking a deep breath, I grabbed the candle and carefully walked out into the hallway, then down the stairs and onto the street. It was eerie. The only light was the one I held in my hand. One by one, doors began to creak open. A family from across the street, a young couple from next door, an elderly woman who lived on the corner. They were drawn to the tiny flame like moths. I held the candle high, and its light touched their faces. Soon, someone else brought out a candle, then another, and another. Before long, our dark, empty street was dotted with small, warm lights. We gathered in a circle, the soft glow illuminating our faces. An elderly woman, Mrs. Gable, someone I'd only ever nodded to in passing, leaned in and whispered, her voice filled with wonder. I haven't seen people gather like this in years, and she was right. For the first time, we weren't just neighbors. We were a community. Laughter soon filled the night air.
Strangers started sharing stories.
A young father told a funny tale about his daughter's first day of school. A college student played a soft tune on his acoustic guitar. We weren't just passing the time. We were connecting, sharing a moment of genuine human warmth in the middle of the cold, dark city. Then, just as suddenly as it had vanished, the power surged back on. Streetlights flickered to life, apartment windows lit up, and the familiar hum of electricity returned. Everyone blinked in the sudden brightness. The magic of the candlelight gathering seemed to fade for a second. We started to say our goodbyes and head back to our separate lives. But as I stood there, watching my neighbors return to their homes, I smiled. The darkness had brought us together, but the light we created was our own. Maybe we shouldn't wait for the darkness to find a reason to shine. Maybe we can be the light for each other every single day. Remember, sometimes all it takes is one small flame to bring everyone together. If this story resonated with you, hit the like, follow, and subscribe for more inspiring videos.